What up? Oh shit, my bad. Hey guys, it's Polykev here. Back at it again with another video. Now this time we're going to be talking about the cell level. And I'm going to also be giving you guys updates on, things like the website, the merch on it. I'll have a little surprise at the end for you guys. And so without any further ado, let's hop right into it. Hey! If you remember from the last video, Introduction to Polyocracy, which should be somewhere over here, if you haven't watched it, I suggest you do, we talked about the whole concept of polyocracy. And at first, it seems large, grandiose, and you might get lost in the nuances of it. So as I promised, in the next videos after that one, I would be talking about the specific section. The thing you should understand about polyocracy is, given its large scope, I broke it down into two levels. There's the cell level, and then there's the societal level, where we build a formal network of collaboration based on the facilitated peer-to-peer social contract we write, right? But for these social contracts between peers to peers exist, there has to exist the concept of a peer, the concept of a cell, the concept of a person being represented as their own sovereign, so that they can go into these deals, can go into these projects and communities representing themselves, so that they can make social contracts with other individuals of the same status. Hence the existence of the cell level. Now, the simplest way to understand the cell level is that it is a personal assistant. It's a personal assistant that facilitates your journey towards self-actualization. Now, self-actualization was an idea adopted from Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the very top of these needs, they go from basic needs such as food and shelter at the bottom of the pyramid, all the way to the top where you're self-actualized, you are happy with where you are, with who you are and what you do. To be enlightened, to be at peace, to not suffer through this world. And so I thought that, hey, it'd be really good to build a system that can help us get to that point, to the point where we're enlightened. And hence why I always throw around the concept of the phrase raising the conscious awareness of the human race. So for me to raise the conscious awareness of the human race, I have to raise the conscious awareness of each individual human. And so by me building a system that can be a personal assistant to each individual human and raise their conscious awareness about that, they can not only mold themselves into the characters they want to be, but also by them becoming those characters that they want to be, they can then work with other humans who are self-actualized towards building a greater civilization. Hence, raising everybody's conscious awareness raises the conscious awareness of the entire race. And so the cell level is the personal assistant that will help you during this journey of self-actualization. The technologies that enable polyocracy to work. For the sake of this video to be short, and for me not to put you to sleep like we're in some kind of lecture, I'm gonna make it short and simplified. So blockchain is basically a block of data, right? And so what polyocracy uses blockchain for is to bag and tag user data online, from social media to LinkedIn to any type of data you have. It bags and tags it, right? And then the next level is deep learning, right? So deep learning goes through this data. Basically, deep learning is a set of machine learning algorithms that are really good at finding patterns in data. And so we use deep learning in polyocracy in the cell level to find patterns in the data stored in your blockchain. And so by finding and labeling and grouping the data found in your blockchain, it will allow us to use the next level, which is federated learning. Federated learning is a subset of deep learning. And what federated learning is, it is machine learning over a distributed data set, right? So from deep learning, this level, the purpose of deep learning was to group and label data, right? So when you come to the federated learning level, the groups and the labeled data that we have, we're able to run computation on them. Things like evolutionary computation and genetic computation to create models of the best versions of yourself. So you come to us and you're like, hey, this is the person I want to be, right? Certain amount of skills, the career you want to have, anything you want to have, right? And so the federated learning takes the data that you currently have and the data that you'll be creating, interacting with different projects, different communities, and it uses those to tell you, hey, these are the actionable analytics based on the data that you have given us. In a different way to put it, the federated learning layer basically compares who you are from your data right now to who you want to be. And then the skills and the person you want to be and all that kind of stuff, right? So, and then it charts a path between these two, between who you are and where you want to be, and then it suggests projects, communities, or actions that you should take towards the person you want to be. And so that's why it's a personal assistant, because it has to understand who you are and where you are right now and where you want to be. And both of these are dependent upon the user and the data they provide to the system. See, the one thing I also want to mention is that this system is decentralized. This system is not owned by anybody. I created it, but I do not want to own it. I want it to be free and open source so that people can feel secure. And the last level, speaking of security, is homomorphic encryption. And so homomorphic encryption basically encrypts everything, right? And so by encrypting everything to ciphertext that only the system can understand, it makes sure that the creators of the system or even me or anybody else doesn't know about your data, doesn't know about the actionable analytics that the system has been providing you. The cell level is also supposed to be secure. It's supposed to save all your data and tag it as your own. That's why at the first level we bag and tag your data so that in later levels you can either sell your data, you can do whatever you want with your data, you can share with friends, you can mitigate who gets access to your data. And so to wrap it up, the cell level is supposed to empower users by revealing obscure and hidden talents and skills discovered through data mining. The other thing the cell level is supposed to do is suggest communities users can interact with or engage with to improve or further hone the skill sets that they have. The other thing the cell level will do is track progress through the data gathered from individual participation in projects and communities. That is what the cell level is. It's a personal assistant that is molded by you and by other really smart technologies in the midst to bring you analytics and actionable things that you can do towards becoming the best version of yourself. We leave that to you. We leave the actions parts to you. We can't make you do anything, but we can make you aware of the actions you can take towards becoming the best version of yourself. And that's what the cell level is. Updates on the website. So I have been I cut down a lot of the information on the website, and it also takes me a while to make these videos because A, I'm a one-man team, and B, it's kind of hard to do everything. But I also got a bunch of merch on the website, and so as you can see, I mean, there's a variety of it. Or order any of the merch. It will definitely help this channel. It will help the whole project. The other thing is I have been working on Kickstarter. So I've been working on our Kickstarter. I've done everything. Now the only thing I'm have to do is making a Kickstarter video. And so all these will be coming out in the consequent week, and please support it. Please support us, support me as I work towards this project, because as I've mentioned numerous times, this is a project the world needs, because we need to self-organize towards solving the problems that exist in our society, socially, economically, environmentally, politically, so that we can have a better future. I mean, clearly the way things are going, yeah, we all cringing. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this with your friends and family, and check out the stuff. The next video will be about the societal level, since we talked about the cell level, and this one we'll talk about the societal level now. But until then, hey, I'll see you in the next one. Whoa, hey.